everybody, welcome to Grace and Fire. I'm Glenda. Well, there is a really cool challenge going on right now, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have got to join in on this one. Now, I will be very honest with you. I haven't personally been challenged like other channels have been, but I've been watching all of these videos and I'm going, hello, I could totally add to this. It is called the MT Homestead Sandwich Challenge. And let me tell you, all of these sandwiches, oh my goodness, so good. So good. But I have one that I think is to top it off. And this isn't a contest, by the way. This is just show off all your sandwiches, right? So Sir Grace and I have a sandwich that originally was a Pampered Chef recipe, and it was in a ring form. Now, I don't do mine in a ring form, so you won't see no cute little ring. But if any of you guys were also able to eat on a military installation, you may know the sauce that is on their sandwiches from a restaurant called Robin Hood Sandwich Shop. It's an old sandwich shop. Some bases don't have it anymore, some do. But I kind of came up with my version of that sauce. So this is like a crossover between a Pampered Chef recipe and a sandwich shop that was on military installations. That is so good. And my family requests for it from time to time. And let me tell you, there isn't a bite left when this is all said and done. And it can be kind of messy, but let me tell you, the mess is worth it. So anyhow, let me show you my sandwich recipe. Tell me what you think. The first thing that we're gonna need is French bread. Yep, just like this. It doesn't matter on the brand. My store, this is all we had. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to preheat the oven to 350. Why? Because I want fresh bread for my sandwiches. So I'm going to be using a little bit of canola spray just on my pan. Make sure that it doesn't stick. There we go. Then we're going to open up our French bread. Excuse the popping sound. There we go. Take it out. All right. So this is what it's going to look like. It's not very big, so I'm going to just stretch it and get it to about as far as I can go. It's not going to look pretty. There is a seam on the back side, seam side down. Now, from here, you're going to take a serrated knife. I'm telling you, this is like in real motion here. We're going to slice it like that, just barely. We're making slits. That's all you want, slits. All right. Then we're going to take our spray. We're going to spray it just lightly on top. And the reason that you're going to do that is because we're going to be using some Italian seasoning. Now, this is what I have. It's Italian spice and salt. You don't have to use this particular one. You can just use plain Italian seasoning. So we're just gonna put it up on the top. And you wanna add extra seasoning because sometimes this falls off, and we like seasonings on ours. So I'm gonna put a bunch on here. And now that I got all of my Italian seasoning on here, I have some freeze-dried garlic. This is from my own garden from last year, and I freeze-dried it, and then I just powdered it. So we're going to put some freeze-dried garlic on top. You don't have to use freeze-dried garlic. You can use any garlic powder you want, fresh or dehydrated, no big deal. But I like to add a little extra just because we like that flavor. All right, so now one last look before it bakes. We're gonna throw it in the oven and we're gonna bake it according to the instructions on the package. For the sauce. Now, this doesn't need to be brand specific. This is just what I have on hand. I have some Italian dressing and marinade. And I have some Hellmann's Real Mayo. Now, honestly, if you want to make your own mayonnaise, go right ahead. If you want to use Duke's or Miracle Whip, why not? Personally, this is Sir Grace and I's favorite mayonnaise. We like the flavor. So, all right, all we're gonna do, we're gonna take a bowl. I'm gonna eyeball this. There's no exact measurements. That's just how I cook. I don't know about you. But basically what you wanna do is you wanna put some mayonnaise in a bowl, and then about how much mayonnaise you add, then you add the same amount in dressing. So, eyeballing it right there. If I need to add more, I can. Again, we're gonna go back in with the Italian seasoning just because I like the Italian seasoning mix. This is so good. My plan is to make my own Italian seasoning blend this year. Fingers crossed. But for now, this is what we use. Then you literally just stir it up. Get it all incorporated. And this is the secret sauce. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more Italian seasoning to it just because. I think it needs a little more. You don't have to add all this if you don't want. You could add more than me. You could add less than me. Whatever. Really, it's to your taste, which is how I like to cook. All right. Perfect. Now, this is going to go in the refrigerator while my bread is baking. I want to let this soak up the flavors and let it sit. It will actually make it taste better. So, it is completely done. We're gonna go ahead and get it out of the oven. Check that out. Hello! Doesn't that look so good? Just take a look. Isn't that good looking? All right, so now what we're gonna do to kind of help speed this up, I'm gonna use a paper towel and I'm gonna cut it down the middle, just like this. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut it this way because this makes 2 sandwiches. All right. Then we're going to flip it open and start letting that cool down. So now to assemble. We're going to take some of this beautiful sauce and we're going to put that down on both sides of the bread. I'm making 2 sandwiches, one for Sir Grace, one for myself. Now, we're going to start with mine because I like everything. So, I have just some honey ham, just from the deli. Whatever is on sale is perfectly fine. We are going to just put our lunch meat down like this. Put a couple of pieces. Now, I normally like the chipped ham, but I was too lazy and stood at the deli counter and went, oh, I'll just get some ham. Didn't speak up and get the right one. So, this is what we're working with. Then you have to have cheese. Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, Pepper Jack, whatever. Pick your cheese. This is what I have. This is what we're going to use. I really like the Sargento brand, but you don't have to use Sargento. Just get your favorite cheese. Put a couple of slices on each sandwich. All right, just like that. Now, here we go. So, this is actually how Sir Grace likes his sandwich. Meat, cheese. Boom. Just like that. for me. Here we go. Put some tomatoes on. Put some lettuce on. Let's get the lettuce. It's over here. Put a little lettuce on there. Looks good to me. A little bit of onions. Voila. Then put that on top. Now, I forgot to add something. Olives. Gotta have the olives on there. All right. Now the sandwich is complete. All right, you guys, before I get to eat this gorgeous sandwich, hey, Scott, over at Rambling with the Brums, I challenge you to the MT Homestead Sandwich Challenge. Let's see what you got. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.